You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet. Hello, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's a game where three roided out 80s guys in spandex talk about old games. So this week we're talking about American Gladiators for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So now, the second to last of the game show entries into the SNES. So, but before we gladiatorialize, what you guys been up to?
Oh man, it's been a week. Really busy week.
A loud week?
No.
At your house?
No, that got fixed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the guy came back the next day after I talked about it, and in 30 minutes he had the new motor on and everything was fine. So I went to ChatGPT and told ChatGPT the entire story, soup to nuts, of what happened and where I was and how I felt about the whole thing, and had it write me a letter. And I sent
a formal complaint letter.
I printed the letter, disputing the bill, disputing the 3 hours of diagnostic time and 30-minute or $20 fuel charge. The guy left his van running the whole time, and he put in a part that he didn't need to. He put in a bad motor. All the things. I covered it in the letter and sent it back to them with their invoice and no money. And I said, I require a new bill, and I want it to reflect the actual work that was done, considering that I asked repeatedly that this one thing be looked at, and he didn't look at it, resulting in this massive bill.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to get another bill that is more accurately reflects the work done.
Yeah, I hope so. Man, I used ChatGPT to write our county clerk office and request an extension on my jury duty.
When were you supposed to go?
August.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I have to go tomorrow.
Me too.
Hey, hell yeah.
I'll see you at jury duty. Actually, I'm in session 2. Damn. I was just going to say, that was one of my topics tonight. That I was going to have fucking jury duty.
So close.
Tomorrow. And I've got the afternoon session.
Damn it.
And I was like, fuck.
I got really
suddenly
excited.
Jury duty got great.
Got excited for a second.
But yeah, no, we're not going to be in there together. But yeah, I got summoned.
Just go early and see if you can move. See if the
yeah. Can I move to the
Can I go to the earlier class?
Which I didn't ask. This was just my first time. I haven't been summoned for jury duty in a long time. Probably about 15 years. Man, more like 12 or 13. But the last time I did it, it was for the grand jury. And so it was like I was on call for jury duty. So I showed up, and then they gave us this thing. They said, if you got to call in at 8 p.m. every night and find out if you have to show up for court tomorrow. Or no, it wasn't grand jury. It was like county court or something. I don't remember which one.
But you got to call each night.
I had to call every night for like a month. Or, well, no, I take that back. It wasn't every night. I want to say, now I think about it, it was every week.
Mm-hmm.
I had to call to see if I would be doing anything that week.
That's how it was for me.
And then
the last time I did it.
I did that. I never did have to go to court.
I didn't either. Well, I went once. That the day that I went in for orientation or whatever, like the thing that I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, we have a trial, so everyone stick around and we'll see if we can get you in a jury.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get to that point. I got to the orientation last time, and it was like, just call in, and we were done. but I don't know if this is going to be different. But yeah, so yay, we both have jury duty tomorrow.
Man, I wish we could have it at the same time. That would be awesome.
That would be great. Well, if we got picked for the same jury.
That would be. I don't know that they would allow that. We could just pretend like we don't.
Yeah, we'd have to be like fast friends that just met.
Yeah. Did we see you guys talking to each other like 2 hours while we were trying to decide on the jury? No.
So this past weekend was my grandson's birthday party. His birthday's this weekend, but this past weekend, we actually did his party. We went bowling Saturday night in Metropolis for some reason.
That's the place to bowl.
They have a nice bowling alley.
They do.
It was okay. I feel like it was a little pricey, but we didn't pay for it. But it was kind of sucked because we got there and we were supposed to get started at 8 because it was for Glow Bowl, and they started it. Well, we got there at 8, and then the 2 lanes that they had reserved for us were being used by someone else, so they let them finish. So we didn't really get started until 8:30.
That's like that Seinfeld episode where he like reserves a car to rent.
Yeah,
and he's like, you know how to take the reservation,
right?
You just don't know what to do with it,
right?
Once you've taken it.
So yeah, we ended up not starting, and then. So the way that they paid for the bowling, it was done by the hour. And we had 4 players, me and Gage and Jolie and Tanya. And Tanya didn't play the first game because she was pretty much convinced she wouldn't be able to. And I kind of talked her into it. But it had taken a little less than 30 minutes to play through that first game. Well, the second game we got going, and as we were like partway through the second game, like right at the very beginning, the time ran out, and it just stops you. It doesn't let you finish your game.
What, like the fucking
puts
like
a thing
bar
up on,
come down in front of the pins?
No, it puts a thing up on the screen and says, if you want to play more, you got to talk to the attendant. And actually, that was during the first game. So we got a second hour. And we started playing, and on my third game, I was finally, because I haven't bowled in so long. I used to bowl a lot.
Yeah.
Especially our work friends would all go. Company would pay for us to go bowling, once a month, and we would go all the time. And before that, even Tanya and I were always going bowling.
Yeah.
It was one of the things we did forever. I have my own shoes and my own ball, and all that stuff. And but I hadn't bowled in probably 10 years, and so I was really rusty, having a real hard time with it. About my third game, I start hitting strikes, and I got like 5 strikes in a row. And my score was great, and everything was good, and we got to the fucking 9th frame, and the fucking time ran out, and it was late. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll never know because we're not going to pay for another whole hour to do this.
That sucks. They should
it does suck.
There should be a different system.
If you were in like the 9th frame, they should let you finish the game.
Mm-hmm.
Just not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to take 10 minutes to finish that. But no, they were like, sorry, you got to pay for another hour if you want to finish. And so we didn't. But we did have a good time at the party. Cohen had a good time.
That's good.
Everything was fun.
I've heard it's a good alley.
Yeah, it is. It's clean.
There,
There's probably about 16 lanes. They've got a really cool arcade with a full bar with slot machines in it if you're over 21.
Sense.
Yeah. Pretty good bar food, pizza and fries and all that kind of stuff. It's a nice place. I liked it. Super Bowl, they call it. Super Bowl. Because see, in Metropolis, everything's about Superman.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of Superman posters hanging up everywhere and stuff. But I liked it. It was fun.
I'm surprised that they can use that name.
I am too. Copyright NFL. No part of this shall be rebroadcast or taken without the sole permission of the National Football League. I changed the oil in my car.
Hell yeah.
Everybody wants to know
Hell
that. Yeah. I
What'd
did
you do
that
with the
yesterday. It's still in the catch can. I have, but when you're done with, just
I know
people ask me this all the time.
Advanced Auto Parts.
They get to an auto parts store, they will dispose of the oil for you, or throw it in the river. No, don't don't do that. That's literally against the law.
You pour it into balloons also containing sand and throw it at car windows.
Go.
That's what I heard people were doing with their old oil in preparation for the National Guard coming to Chicago.
Oh, really?
I saw a big
Is that
TikTok
right?
about, just when they show up in Chicago, it'd be a bad thing to use all your old motor oil and balloons to throw it there.
What's that do?
You just can't get it off.
It's so gross.
Oh, because
the sand and
Yeah.
everything in the glass. Your glass will never be clean again. That would be rough. Yeah, and as of course, I spilled a bunch all over my fucking driveway, which I was doing my level best not to do. But when I took the drain plug off to let the old oil out of the oil pan, the fucking thing slipped out of my fingers and went into the oil catch can and plugged up the drain hole. And so meanwhile, this thing is overfilling, like it's about to just spill over. And so I ended up having to stick my hand down in this hot oil to pull this plug out, and just made a fucking way bigger mess.
Sure.
But I got it done, so that's something. I'm still watching The Rising of the Shield Hero. I'm really enjoying it. There was some chatter on the Discord,
Season 2.
Discord about season 2. I finished season 2 the other day. I actually liked it a lot. I thought season 2 was good. I can see why people might have felt like it wasn't what it should have been, but I think they pivoted for a reason. Like, they pivoted to more of instead of these random waves of, calamity hitting this place, there's like a literal monster, like in this case, a turtle, a gigantic, like Maturin-sized turtle.
That's what I was about to say.
Carrying the world on his
Behold
back.
his enormous girth.
Yeah, exactly. And they have to defeat that. And then the next one, they're talking about a phoenix coming. And honestly, they ended up getting teleported to a different world. It can be confusing, this show, but I really like it. It's got good action and it's really entertaining.
Have you watched any redo of Healer? Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't heard of it.
The reason I ask is because apparently it's like an anime, but every time I see clips of it, it straight up is like, looks like hentai. And like the comments, because I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'll scroll and like the comments are like, it's anime, it's redo of Healer.
Okay.
So
Is that on?
that's a suggestion.
Is that on Crunchyroll?
I have
or
no idea.
I'll have to
Well,
look.
I think it is, but here's what always happens to me when I see stuff like that. I'm like, well, I don't want to watch a fucking censored version of this. You
No.
know what I mean? So I don't know where to find a good version of it, or if there is a good version.
Okay.
There have been several anime series where it's like, oh yeah, let's watch that, and then it's censored. and it's-
Disappointing.
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
you wanted more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll look into it. Maybe we'll find a good one. Maybe some of our
If you do, let me know.
highly anime educated listeners can tell us how to get that. I don't know if you knew this, but a reboot / revisit of I Know What You Did Last Summer is a thing.
I saw the trailer, I guess, for that.
Well, that's already on streaming because I guess it didn't do too great.
When did it come out? Like,
This like couple months ago,
Oh, okay.
like not long ago.
Okay.
It did not have. I mean, it may still be in some dollar theater somewhere.
yeah,
But for the most part, I don't think it had a very good theatrical release.
I wasn't
I never
really
even heard of
impressed.
You've not ever heard of I Know What You Did Last
Not
Summer?
that they were doing a reboot.
Oh, yeah.
Never heard of it.
I saw the trailer for it, and I was not too impressed. Did you see it?
I did.
Is
We
it good?
watched it on streaming platform of choice.
Nice.
And it's okay, but not really
Yeah.
good. It's about what you'd expect. I mean,
Yeah.
neither one of the first two I Know What You Did Last Summer movies were very good.
Right. I didn't.
And
really
they came
like
out
it.
as an answer to Scream. It was
yeah.
like when Scream hit, when the meta was Scream, and Scream redefined horror, which to me it's still doing that to this day. By using a version of the same formula, it still comes out good every time, as far as I'm concerned. But there was this just glut of like movies like this that these studios were throwing massive amounts of money just to get this meta horror out there, get something out there. So we had Urban Legend.
Yeah,
We had I Know What You Did Last Summer. There were several of these that came out around that time. This is early 2000s. Yeah, this is late 90s, early 2000s.
I didn't like the original I Know What You Did Last Summer.
It wasn't a good movie. That's why you didn't like it.
But I really like Scream.
Yeah, Scream's fucking amazing. I love the whole series. I've seen those 100 times. And I've seen I Know What You Did Last Summer a bunch of times, and I still watch it because it is, despite being a bad movie, it is sort of a classic, and it's fun. It's fun to make fun of.
What bothers me about that movie is I remember watching it in the theater and being like, if one of you would just like say, "Yeah, we hit a dude,"
right?
this would all be over.
And in this one, it's even worse. It's even more like y'all will probably be fine, because this time the accident that they supposedly caused is like absolutely was a fucking accident. It wasn't them being like dangerously irresponsible.
Yeah.
A dude they stopped to watch fireworks because, again, it's the same town. It's a continuation.
Oh no.
It takes place in the same town, and the legend of the fucking kids that were killed by the dude and I Know What You Did Last Summer
They're really
is
screaming
a thing. Yeah. Exactly. It really is. And it's not nearly as good. The Scream revival was awesome. Both of the new Scream movies are fucking great. This one, they're driving. Even the sober girl, the bride. It's a wedding shower, right? And they're getting ready to get married, and the bride has not been drinking, and she's driving. They pull over and stop on the side of the road next to a cliff or whatever with a guardrail. They're watching the fireworks, and this one dude that's with them is acting kind of like a fool, but he plays chicken with a car one time, and then they're like, stop doing that, quit doing that, and he's like, okay, I'll stop, whatever. He goes to cross the street, and some dude in a truck just nearly hits him and then runs off the fucking side of the road and down the cliff and dies. So the dude, first of all, there was plenty of light. Second of all, I don't know how the guy in the truck didn't see him. He was probably looking at his fucking phone or something. And third of all, they actually, the truck goes like halfway off the cliff, right? And they're trying to get through, get him. The door's jammed. They can't get him out. They're trying to help. And it's no use. The truck goes over the edge of the cliff, and they're like, oh God, what are we going to do? So the rich kid calls dad, who then proceeds to call the police and rescue services and everything, but then they leave.
Okay.
Because the rich kid can't afford to be associated with some headline accident, it's doesn't want to have bad reputation on his family or something, And so they leave.
The police are like, we're not going to trace that
And
call.
he tells them, we're going to the police station. We'll talk to him there. We just don't want to be at the scene when they arrive. But honestly, in this movie, they actually made an effort to help. In the first movie, they hit the guy.
Right.
He goes over the cliff, and they just fucking leave.
Yeah.
They don't tell fucking anybody.
Yeah.
So anyway, they had even less reason to be so fucking dishonest about it.
That's funny.
Than they did in the first one. The second movie was called I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
I didn't see that one.
It's really bad, but it is Jack Black's first movie.
Jack Black is in it?
Jack Black is in it. So for goofs, you might give it a watch.
Okay.
It's terrible. It's not good. Jennifer Love Hewitt is even worse in that than she is in the first one. Yeah. She also returns to this one.
Yeah, I saw that in her reveal in the trailer.
And they lean real hard into that shit. It's just kind of what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But anyway, I know what you did last summer, 2025 edition. 2.5 stars. Wasn't safe, says check it out.
Okay.
Especially if you're a campy horror film fan. It's worth a watch.
Okay.
Well,
I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would for what it's worth.
That's good.
The original holds a special place in my heart because it was the first movie I ever watched on demand.
Oh, wow.
Like
in a hotel or at home?
at
or-
Melissa's house.
Oh, wow.
Probably our freshman year of high school,
Okay.
which is very shocking that her dad would have bought that for us, but he did.
There you go. Sign of things to come.
I mean, because he edited the boobs out of Titanic, which we still, to this
Right.
day, have no idea how he did that.
I'm telling you, he clipped a little bit of this.
Was there like a Walmart version?
You know, I wonder if there
might
was.
have
I really
been.
don't know. That's a
pre-edited
legit
version. There
question.
could've-
I have
It
no.
could have been a pre-edited version or something. You're right. I don't know.
They used to do that. They used to be able to buy like safe versions of movies that eliminated nudity or had the TV language cut.
Yeah.
The
nudity in Titanic, like that just cracks me up because it's like pretty. I mean,
you could
it's just
you could
boobs.
you could go to the
It's
fucking
the tamest boobs you can get.
Yeah.
You could go to the fucking any museum and see more nudity than you would have seen in Titanic.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They
it
do
was
have sex
actually
in that car, but
yeah, the sex in the car.
but you don't see anything.
You don't
other
see
I
than
mean,
that-
maybe.
steamy hands.
They fogged it up.
Steamy
Thought
hand.
it was a fucking alien
They not
invasion.
pennies boated it in there.
Yeah.
That also possibly, you could just take that shot and reuse it as a murder scene too. The hand coming down the,
Yeah, you could.
Aside from that, I've been playing Overwatch, getting salty and doing what I usually do with Overwatch is getting mad at it. Season 18's in full swing. We did get to play some cross-play stadium with Kaiser Arc, and
Nice.
John and I got to play together. That was fun. It was a really bad stomping on our part, and I think that it's not as we did not get match made well, and they were probably really pissed at us, the other team. Because we walked it in. It was too easy. But that's been nice. And then I still no word on what skins, what persona skins are going to be given to what Overwatch heroes. Finally, the last thing I was going to bring up was Alien Earth. I know I mentioned that last week. I'm still watching it. I don't know if anyone else is watching this out there in Tadpog land. If you are, give me some feedback in the Film and TV channel of how you feel about Alien Earth, because as much as I like it, I'm finding it to be extremely boring.
Really?
And it's not helpful boring. It's not like there's not like a whole lot of useful information happening during the boring parts. Like Alien, the first Alien movie was pretty boring
It's slow.
at first.
It's a slow burn. Yeah.
But Alien Earth hasn't gotten there yet, and it's dull, and there's a lot going on that I'm just like I feel is kind of some stuff is like superfluous, but they spend a lot of time on the superfluous stuff.
So you're like, is this going to be important
Is this
later?
going to be important later? And I kind of feel like it's not, given how familiar I am with the Alien universe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they got some big reveal planned for this week. I don't know, but right now, it's kind of waned in my opinion. It's just not really. It started off strong, and then it's just kind of it's been like 4 episodes in, I think, and it's just kind of gotten dull. So maybe I'm missing something. bit.ly/Tadpog Discord. #film-and-TV. If you want to come into the Film and TV channel, talk about Alien Earth with me. Tell me what I'm missing. See if maybe I just need to take a nap before I watch it, and then it won't put me to sleep. That's really about it for me. What about you, Dave? What have you been up to?
Not much. Still doing the Mothership recommended media challenge. I read a book listened to a book called Binti, which is a 2015 novella by a Nigerian American author named Nnedi Okorafor. It was not my thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there were some cool bits to it, but it was generally not horror enough for me.
Gotcha.
It had some cool stuff in it. It's about a young woman who leaves her tribe, essentially, where it's like forbidden to leave. And she not only leaves her tribe, but she leaves Earth to go to a university planet. And during transit, they are intercepted by aliens called the Medusa, and they kill everybody but her, and they don't kill her because she has a special object, and she is a harmonizer, and the stories about her essentially trying to figure out a way to smooth everything out between the Medusa and then like the university planet.
Okay.
It was okay. It was all right. I mean, it won awards and stuff, so I felt like I should like it better.
Sometimes that actually works against a movie. I have actually seen a trailer for a movie that looks real good, and then it starts showing all these Sundance awards and everything else, and I'm like, uh-oh. I don't know if I'm going to want to watch that because they may have a different idea of what I like, or what they like versus what I like.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I guess I just, I don't know. I'm when she's like using this like magic object or whatever, it was like, okay, I see how like this is going to kind of be the crux to everything. And it was.
It's a MacGuffin. Is it the MacGuffin?
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, there are some cool stuff in it. I mean, the coolest thing is that the ship was a giant shrimp. That was cool. But I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just one of those where it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That was kind of weak compared to the other stuff I've been reading on this list.
Did they give you this stuff to read in a particular order?
It's listed chronologically, but I've just been kind of jumping around based on where it's available. The reason I jumped ahead on this is because it was available on Libby, which is like the library app, and nothing else was. So I was like, fuck it. I might as well loan it, take a loan out on it and listen to it while I can. So at least it was free.
Yeah.
Like I said, it wasn't like bad, but it was I was disappointed.
I gotcha.
And then been playing Elden Ring still. And had some family in for Labor Day. I was over at my mom's yesterday. We were all chilling over there, and they have this, I don't know what it's called. They have this like table outside that is like, I guess, a heater table or whatever. It's got like a.
Where is this now?
It's at my mom's. It's out like in her, like on her patio.
I got you.
And it's got like a propane tank underneath it.
Yeah, it's got
like rocks and shit on the table, and those like there's a flame, and those get hot, and so they were gonna light that, and I was on the side with the propane tank, and they were like, yeah. I was like, okay, how do you do it? And they're like, well, there should be like an on switch. You got to like open the door because it's like enclosed.
Yeah, like a dome.
Yeah, it's enclosed. And so I open the door and I look in, and there was a big ball of paper wasps that was just moving.
And so I gently
quickly closed the door. And I looked at my dad, and because he was sitting next to me, I was like, "There's a whole bunch of wasps in there." And he was like, "What?" I was like, "There's a whole bunch of wasps in there." So he and my brother-in-law kind of like gather around, like, "Okay, open it slowly." And I'm like, "I'm telling you, there's a bunch in there." We open it slowly, and they had some wasp spray. So like we get like all the.
They think you lie about wasps all the time. Dave always saying there are wasp places, and there never are.
We gotta set your watch, but it must be September.
Oh, it's Labor Day. Dave's lying about
Time
wasps.
for Dave to lie about wasps again.
So we get all the dogs in the house, you know,
Yeah.
and then like everybody goes in the house,
Uh-huh.
Except for my dad. It's like, hey man, I guess it's your table, so good luck. I was like, do you have any pants or anything? Because he's wearing shorts, and I'm like, do you have like a long sleeve shirt? He's like, no. And at first I laugh.
Or I put a tamp on my pussy too.
At first I laugh, and then it's like, oh right, yeah, you traveled here. Why would you bring like a long sleeve shirt,
Right.
you know, in August? So yeah, sprayed him, got him. I still didn't want to hang out there
Well,
afterwards.
I wouldn't either.
At least he didn't try to kill him with Windex.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah, I've ever told that.
I don't know.
One of my earliest memories when I was a little
Oh,
dude.
no.
When I was a little dude, I was probably 3. I have some memories from when I lived in a duplex in Nashville. One was me falling down the stairs, and my dad insists that I couldn't possibly remember falling down the stairs, but I actually remember this.
I have a similar story.
I have 3 memories. The other memory I have was my dad he found a wasp nest on a window on the side of the duplex, and he tried to kill him with Windex. And they did not like that. And it was like I was inside on the sliding glass door, just watching my dad in his like fucking 70s dad shorts run past, running around the house.
Oh shit!
And he did get stung several times, and that was bad. The third memory I have, I used to.
In those 70 shorts, he's lucky he didn't get stung on the balls.
He said, "Shit, he's really lucky." Third one was in the other half of the duplex. There was this dude named Randy and his wife. It's not Acid Randy, by the way. Who I used to get out of the house a lot when I was a little dude, and I got out of the house and went into Randy's house, and it was like 5 a.m, and I got up and I got out of my crib. I used to get up and fuck around,
That's
and my
scary
parents.
as shit, man.
And I went out the back door. This was in like 1976,
Right, yeah.
and so they didn't have like
Child
Locks.
child locks.
Yeah.
Doors.
I knew how to work the lock. It was just like one of those little push down. It unlocks. You slide the door open.
Yes, right.
So I went out and I walked in. I just walked around, pet my dog, walked around, went into Randy's back door, which was unlocked for some reason. And I walked upstairs. Of course, I knew his apartment was the same as my apartment,
just
right?
mirrored,
So
right?
it was this opposite, but the same
Bizarro
layout.
apartment.
So I knew what I was doing. I knew right where I was going. Went up the stairs, and I sat down in front of the bathroom door and watched Randy shave. and he turned around and went, Jesus! And he cut himself. He cut himself with his razor because it startled. You know,
Right.
shaving. So, he
How have we never heard this until
tends to. I remember this happening.
This is an awesome story.
He tends to the wound, and then he takes me back home. And they were friends. You know, they were good neighbors. So, you know, they knew each other. And
So he knew who you were.
Yeah, he knew who I was, but he didn't expect me.
That would be great.
Yeah, and I mean, after he screams, then his wife, whose name I can't remember, she comes running in. It's like,
Pam.
what the fuck's going on? We'll say it's Pam. It's probably Pam. The N is silent. They take me back over to the house, and you know, I remember Dad being like, oh God, you gotta stop doing this. What is wrong with you? Next time I got up early, I will get back. I'll kick it back to you. I promise.
No, I'm done.
That's good.
Next time I got up early, I went downstairs. They just did not lock me in my room, and they weren't. I got out of my crib. I could climb down it, you know. And went down. It was like 4:35 in the morning. I went into the kitchen and started making breakfast. So I pulled my stool up to the stove and put a pan on the stove.
How old were you?
Probably 3, maybe 4. Put a pan on the stove, and it was them coil burners, you know, the electric burners, right? And I filled up a big bowl of water and put it on a burner.
On the pan?
A bowl or a pot?
A bowl.
Like a bowl, like a
ceramic
cereal.
bowl. A big mixing bowl. And I filled it with water and put it on the back burner. And then I took a pan for my eggs and put it on the back burner next to it. And I turned them on. And then I broke some eggs in the counter. And I broke some eggs in the cabinet under the sink. And then I got up on the stool and I was getting ready. I was leaning over. I had turned on the front burners and not the back burners, and the front burners were both bright red. I was leaning over about to put my hands and belly on a burner. Like, I mean, I was centimeters from this thing, and I was about to lose my balance. And my dad just at that moment, ran in the kitchen and yanked me out of the way and kept me from, like, I would have a fucking... I would have like a burner. Yeah, I look like a Polyworld. I would. I got up to some shit in that place, man. When I was a kid, I was a terrible kid. I could not contain
like
me.
all the
That's
nightmares that I have about Jack, like
Yeah, I like got lost at department stores all the time. I would wander off from my mom.
Oh, yeah.
And then I would get into those clothes racks that are like
totally.
round, and then go inside
in
there.
there.
and
Anna
hide
hid in the
there.
middle one time for Melissa for like an hour.
Yeah.
Like all the employees were searching the
Oh,
store.
no.
They were calling for overhead.
What's even more fucked up about that is in the 70s, they had like a play area, and mothers would put their children in this essentially in a cage in the middle of the store and leave them there. But there was no supervision. That's just where the kids go. And
Open the kid hutch.
I got the fuck out of that all the time. I mean, we're talking, this is amateur hour, and then I'd wander around the store, and Mom would have to be looking for me all the time. Yeah, I was terrible.
It's funny that she was looking for you. I feel like when I was a kid, I would get separated and I would freak out. And like, I'm looking like, oh, fuck.
Oh, I would go looking for her, but I would be way the fuck over here, and
You live that
and
Tony
she wouldn't
Pickles
even
lifestyle.
know.
Just
She wouldn't even know that I was missing from the play area until she would go to get me,
Right.
and I wasn't there. So yeah, my mom might not be my mom. Maybe some other woman picked me up. Anyway. Sorry to go off on that little tangent there. But I just
That's a
kind of
good
got
tangent.
a glut
It's a good
of glut
I
of
loved
old
it.
memories there.
That fucking Randy story is great.
Yeah, poor Randy.
It is great. Jesus.
Yeah, he was.
you're lucky I'm not a molester.
You're lucky I don't punt you over the railing. The reason I thought about the wasp is because you were talking about the wasps
Yeah.
in the propane table. Why didn't you just turn on the propane and suffocate them?
Well, the line goes up to the table part, and they were down below.
Oh, they were below it. I
Yeah,
got you.
this
I
is
thought
like-
you were saying they were inside the thing where the fire would be. Like,
No, that's open.
I
it's,
gotcha.
It's really like a table.
Gotcha.
Or like I guess like a cabinet or whatever, And
Yeah.
It's like the propane tank is like underneath it,
Under
and all the
there.
controls are under
And
there.
that's where they were.
That's where they were.
Okay.
They were in the control center. Yeah. Hatching a plan. And then like every now and then I'd see one, I guess, who like ran an errand while the genocide happens, and he like comes back and is like flying in and then like flying out confused.
Don't Fear the Reaper starts playing. It's the stand for wasps.
The Stand for Wasps by Stephen King. That's it, man. That's all.
Beaven King.
Hell yeah. If Beaven King stings you, he dies afterwards. I'm trying to think of a Dean Koontz analogy, but I can't.
Let's see. I finished Primal Hunter book 7, started book 8 because I did a lot of cleaning and cooking projects over the weekend of stuff that I've been putting off. I made a bunch of those like Korean bowls and food prep and shit. I moved the fridge, my
saw the
old
fridge.
in here now. I got stung by a wasp taking it out.
There we go.
So when you said, I was
Fucking
like,
wasps.
because I pushed it halfway out my back door. then couldn't get out,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
when I push it, so I went out the front door, and when I went out the front door, I got stung by a wasp.
God.
Got the fridge, brought it out here. But let's see, been playing more Expedition 33, which I do like. And Choctopus and I text back and forth because he's really getting into it. But it's not. I'm struggling just a little bit because I do really like it. But I remember when I finished Sea of Stars, I was like, man, I'm pretty burnt out of quick time attack and defense. That was not the game to pick up when I'm feeling a little burnt out on that mechanic.
Yeah,
right.
Because
right.
it is the fucking king of that mechanic. Holy shit.
Yeah, I hear there's like an enemy where it's like he does like, I guess his rage mechanic is he does like 30 attacks in a row, and it's like you have to either dodge or parry all of them or you
Good
die.
Lord.
Good Lord. I mean, there was early on, there was a challenge boss that like if he hit you, you're dead. So
Right.
you just had to like, that took me fucking 20 minutes to beat, but I finally did it. But like I was bitching to Choctopus like this fucking lamp master, god damn it, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I'm not there yet. And like 2 days later, he was like, yeah, beat that on my first try. I was like, yeah, okay.
Man, I like that game a lot, and then I got to what I call the Jar Jar Binks village, and it was like
The Gestrels
yes,
are, yeah.
and it was so tonally different that I was like,
Yes.
you know what? I really like this parry mechanic in the game, and that's like a big thing in Elden Ring. And so between that and playing Night Rain, it was like I just set it down. I just set Expedition 33 down just to play Elden Ring.
But I do big agree. The Gestrels have Jar Jar Binks syndrome.
Man, it was
they
it was
don't
rough,
make sense,
dude. And like me, like I liked talking to NPCs, so like talking to every single one of those was just like, I don't like this. It's like this game fucking ruled up until now.
Yep.
And I didn't
I
like
and I still love it and everything except I do. There's one Gestrel that functions as like your vehicle, but he's like I like that one. All the other Gestrels, fuck them. Like I don't care for it.
I like the like lore behind their like reincarnation and stuff like that. I think that's neat, and knowing what they are, I think that's kind of neat too. But yeah, just themselves in practice was just like, man, this is so Jar Jar Binks. It's driving me crazy.
Big agree. But I got 2 drafts you guys want left over from last week. You guys
Hell
want to
yeah.
do some drafts?
Let's warm them up.
Let's draft them.
So I expanded one a little bit. So I have a 15-spot princess draft and a 10-spot best episodes draft.
Say all right, a 10 spot princess draft.
15-spot
15.
princess draft.
And what was the second thing?
A 10-spot best episode draft. Pulled out of the draft ideas on the Discord for our best episodes.
Okay.
Tadpog best episodes.
TADPOG best episodes.
Okay.
I think they all suck. So
Same.
You can just put it in
But
reverse
I mean,
order.
some have to be better than others. So there's best.
that is true. That is a good point.
What would you like to do first?
Let's do best episodes.
Best episodes. Okay, so these are 100% drawn out of the Discord. In no particular order. So every one of these was mentioned either once or twice. Some mentioned more than that when everybody was asked what their favorite episodes are. So 10 spot. Number 1, Shower with My Dad Simulator.
I remember the game. I don't remember the episode.
I don't
like,
remember
at
what stands
all.
out about it, but yeah, I remember the game.
I remember listening to that. I did this. A lot of these I'm not going to know or remember because spoilers. I haven't listened to all of the shows. I haven't gone back and listened since day one. I only started listening to this show
last
a
week.
few years before I started hosting. So, but I do remember that one, and I remember it being a funny episode.
I remember where we recorded it.
I remember that.
That was in the, I don't know whose room it is now. It was in your house. It was in the back corner room.
Now that is Chaco Chica's room now. They've all switched rooms as they go to college, come back, move around.
Yeah, that was the room adjacent to the bathroom that blew up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Since
That's
I don't
who recorded that one.
Since I don't know what's coming, I'm putting that at number 5 just as a baseline.
Because I remember we liked the game, and then I didn't find it, but you found the Sierra spoof point and click adventure inside of it.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
completely nonsensical.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hearing you talk about that was my favorite part of that episode. I remember that vividly because that was very.
Hold on, let me bring up
That's a good, I mean, that's a good
tadpog.com.
game.
And I'll bring up the episode on on the site, and we'll look at the show
We'll
notes
listen
real
to
quick.
it live.
We'll listen to every
one of these we'll listen to live.
fully and live. This episode is going to be 12 hours long. Okay, this is episode 320, Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015. That's 2015.
Good Lord.
That's 10 years ago.
Only.
I'm going to read you the show notes. The YMCA Courtesy Boys are back, and we're talking about showering with dads. Questionably by coincidence, we're talking about a shower-based game called Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015. Do you still shower? Do you still shower with your dad? We tell showering stories. We talk about different kinds of Santas. We answer some voicemail, and of course, we talk about Gilmore Girls, Princess Donut's favorite show. There is Frog Fractions, Mac Tonight. We just talked about Mac Tonight recently.
Mm-hmm.
Don't Wake Daddy, Octodad, Dad and Me, Who's Your Daddy, Eureka's Castle, Gilmore Girls, Parks and Rec, our SNES Madden NFL 94 episode, the Digital Trends Genesis list, Genesis Gems, and TADPOG on SoundCloud.
Good Lord.
Those were the topics during Shower with Your Dad Simulator.
I mean, talking about you reading that, it's like, I remember I probably told stories about showering with my dad when I was a child.
Yeah.
So that, I guess people liked that.
We have a very specific demographic of weird people.
I'm going to put it at 10.
Okay.
Next, Hoonie Pop.
Oh, yeah.
Or Honey
I
Pop.
actually might have.
I liked Honey Pop a lot. That's a really good episode.
I
think
played Honey Pop because of this episode, and I was really glad that I did.
it's a good game.
I love that game.
And we had Paul and Chandra
like
on that one. Both,
yeah,
I think.
yeah, you did.
That
And
was a good episode.
I've got Honey Pop 2 as well. I haven't finished it. But
I haven't
it's
either, but-
pretty good.
yeah.
It's the same. It's just more, the way they do it. Buckle up. This is probably the most not safe for work episode of TADPOG yet. We
What year
decided
was this?
This was February 2016.
Okay.
This is probably the most not safe for work episode. We decided to record we're calling it here the least shared episode of TADPOG ever in order to get you worked up for Valentine's Day. Soul Sister Yarn Sorceress Chandra and Rhythm Master Paul Korn join us to talk about the dating sim puzzler Honey Pop.
I forgot about Shandy's
Things,
title.
period, get, period, weird, period. Hanson shirt. James Franco and Kimiko.
Oh, yeah, his body pillow girlfriend in 30 Rock.
Madoka Magica. Our sad cringe on Reddit. AG. I don't know what AG is. Should I click the link? AG is...
Oh, that's the hentai magazine that Paul and Chandra brought back from a con.
Okay.
I still have that on my bedside.
My new black stepdaddy 15 is mentioned here, as it should be. Ima Yuju, Sinner's Paradise Revelations, Tyler's glasses. These are all. Let's look at what's. Oh, just a picture of Tyler's glasses. This is your black glasses.
I don't know what I expected.
There was a fleshlight discussion apparently.
Yeah, and I think we were talking about sex toys having sex with other sex
Yeah, because
toys.
we put the dildo in the fleshlight.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good episode. Number 1.
I'll put that at number 3.
Next, Everyone is John.
That was fun.
It's a Patreon episode.
That was fun.
That was. I had a lot of fun playing that game.
Josh, who all played in that? I know Josh for sure because
I think
Oh,
me-
yeah. I remember
me
this
and
one.
Nicole.
Cole. Yep.
We've played Zork. We've played Dungeons & Dragons. We've even played Leather Goddesses of Phobos. These games are all tiny snippets in our cinematic training montage in preparation for Everyone is John, a free-form competitive role-playing game where each player controls a voice inside John's head. Frequent guest hosts, TADPOG sweethearts Josh and Nicole, return to help Tyler control John in this Patreon-exclusive bonus episode. We have the full episode on Patreon as a thanks to our donors. Patreon.com/TADPOG if you want to hear this episode we're talking about right now. For $1, you get access to it. Check it out. I do
think it's
remember
really
it.
good. Josh was cracking me up.
From April.
Because what we all had to have individualized goals if we were driving John.
Right.
Mine was sucking dick.
I don't remember everybody's goal.
Josh's was taking a shit on the dashboards of cars.
Oh, yeah. God.
I do not remember what Nicole's was.
Oh, that was fun. We recorded that in Ryan's room, extra
Yeah.
room.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I recorded a couple of times in there. I'll put that at 4.
2.
Too. That's a good one. Next, Ultima Online.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's a good episode.
Yep.
I was on that one, right? Was I?
I don't remember what year was that one.
This was
That was back in the
March
first
2017. We're joined by Tadpog sweetheart Josh and Wizen Sage Ian to talk about Ultima Online, the 1997 MMO by Origin Systems. Things get hot and sweaty as we try a bunch of hot sauces sent to us by a face full of alien Wing Wong.
Yeah.
Burger Bottom John gets a new title. This is the one where John gets Captain Gun Nerd title. Dave becomes intoxicated by memories of virtual murder. Who knew 4 sweaty adult men crammed into a blanket fort outside in the big garage
We were in this one.
could have this much fun? I do remember how fucking hot it was in there that day. That was a fun episode to record. Of course, Ultima's always been a big deal to me, so I'm putting that at number 2.
I think about Ultima Online
I do too.
at least 3 times a week.
Same.
That's not an exaggeration.
That's the impact that it had.
Yeah.
For real.
I
You're
think
not
about it when I
wrong.
play other games, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember Ultima did this, or like, I don't know, man. I wish there was. I don't know. I wish there was something like it, but wasn't it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know I could play it. I know I could play on a private server. I know I could play it on production.
It wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the same.
It
That was
wouldn't
like
scratch,
a mixture.
It wouldn't scratch the itch.
But there's nothing, I don't know of anything like it where it's like, it's skill based the way that it is, and that the skills are so wide, there's like wide reaching, where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you can also tame things in it. It's like, what? I
you
mean,
could be a grandmaster blacksmith and a grandmaster
Beggar.
beggar.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought about it yesterday. We were driving home from my parents, and it was like, you know, when Hinkleville, late at night, like 11 o'clock, Hinkleville Road is like dead. And
Oh, yeah.
and that's weird.
It becomes everybody's racetrack.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We passed by Hardee's, and I was like, I remember going to fucking Hardee's like so often after playing Ultima Online all night,
Yep.
getting a Monster Burger.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Number 2.
Yeah, that's number 3. My 2 spots taken.
Ian tells sex stories for money.
That's a good one.
It is a pretty good one. I mean, not to pat myself on the back, but I did have a lot of fun. And that was back in the days when I used to co-host or guest host, I always got drunk when I was here. I started drinking and I would get drunk, and then who knows what I would say. I got to the point where it was like, if I'm going to host the show like on the regular,
Can't get
I
drunk
can't
every.
do this every time. I need to be coherent and actually host. I'll put that as my number 1. That is also a Patreon. And it is still up there. So if you want to hear it,
There you go.
patreon.com/TADPOG, $1 gets you access to that. I used to tell a bunch of stories. I've burned through a lot of my stories, most of my stories.
So like sit on that Randy story.
Except for that. So I guess I was saving that
Great
one.
story.
But and there's more. I just can't tell them right now. It's just not on this. Maybe who knows what'll happen. I've got volumes of stories that I literally can't tell right now. But maybe someday we'll see. Number 1.
Number 4. That's the top spot I got.
Pokemon Snap.
You got so fucking drunk.
Yep.
For Pokemon
Yep.
Snap. I was there for that one, I think.
It might have been one of the first times
I don't think I was.
ever. I remember violently throwing up zebra cakes in my driveway
So this
afterward.
was May 2015. A lot of these are coming from 2015, 2016. Here's the show notes. I was not here for this. I remember listening to it and I felt like I was here. The following episode is an unpaid advertisement for Everclear. Your bearded host Tyler has a one-way ticket to Pokemon Street, New Drunk City.
Wasn't Nicole on that one?
We're all invited. Our resident
It's one
Nintendo,
of our favorite games.
our resident Nintendo 64 expert Nicole Nance of Kirby fame and Tadpog's Oral Houdini, Jacob York of Bullfighting fame.
Oh, I forgot
Join
Jacob
us.
was on that.
Join us to talk about Pokemon Snap, Dorkly's 21st ranked N64 game. Please listen responsibly. That was a good episode. I moved shower to 10 because I can do that because I'm a host. And I'm putting Pokemon Snap at 5.
Snaps at 9 for me. When I heard Pokemon, I got excited because I thought it was when we just decided to do that impromptu Pokemon Go episode. I can't remember what
Oh,
game
yeah.
we put on hold to just talk about Pokemon Go for 2 hours.
Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Part 2, which is infamous for Ian reading John's letter.
Ah, okay.
Is that the one?
Yep.
There is no music here. There is no music
I
here.
remember where we were when we recorded that one.
I do too.
The old garage.
Oh, yeah.
Same with Snap.
Explicit pog talk. That's it. This is it. We're wrapping up Dorkly's top 25 N64 games. Josh and Ian return to finish discussing Ocarina of Time. There's also finally plenty of explicit pog talk, rants about local fast food, and another letter from Civil War soldier John Turley. Yeah. Ocarina should have gone higher, but it's going on 6.
It's a 5 for me.
This is more of a recap episode than a draft.
50 Shades of Yellow, The Jasmine Story.
You know what? I have not been able to bring myself to listen to that because I've heard how fucking disgusting it is. I still don't know the story.
Mm-hmm.
I will
just a
sometimes I will sometimes see it in the list and think, nah. So I have to put that at 9 because I didn't listen to it.
That's 6. 6 for me.
Next is Karnov. Karnov with Chris
Black. Whew. Kevin Spacey, Bazooka.
Yep.
Quote, unquote.
That was also in the Blanket Fort.
Yes.
I believe I was here for Karnov.
That was in the Blanket Fort 2.0, I think. In your now bedroom, if you're still in there. I don't know where you are now.
Yep.
That was right after we moved out of the closet. Which, honestly, was pretty great.
Closet was
It
pretty
sounded-
good.
It sounded good in
It
there.
did.
It did sound good.
Closet is now Jack's room.
Yeah. It was pretty comfortable in there, too.
Mhm.
Let me look it up real quick. I don't know. I was here for a Chris Black episode, but I don't know if that was the one.
He was on...
There are 2.
Yeah, that one, and then...
it's a baseball. It's a baseball
Baseball?
episode.
Oh, a baseball.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of my favorite episodes.
I don't remember. Karnov, I remember.
Canseco.
vividly.
I think it was a baseball. Jose Canseco
Oh, okay.
baseball game.
Did you pay money for this? Jose Canseco bat.
This is January of 2019. I was not on this one. That would go number 8 for me.
It wasn't
It's 7
Jose
for me.
Canseco, It was Roger Clemens.
Roger Clemens
Clemens.
baseball. Yeah, that was a fun stream too. Jacob and I
Oh
streamed.
yeah, because you beat it and he called his dad.
That was a really, really fun stream.
All right, we got one more.
Last being Pepsi Man,
Pepsi Man.
which the notorious is the Nazi Coke,
Ah,
and Dave's pure pleasure at getting it correct.
oh man.
I do remember listening to Pepsi Man. Jars of Clay is mentioned.
Hell yeah.
A Skillet, DC Talk, Tekken 2 shower scene, Chun-Li shower scene, Temple Run, Guile stage, Pepsi Man, cutscenes, Crank High Voltage, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Sure I wasn't on this one. Lion King Stampede Level Drink, Heroes Reborn, Sonic Adventure Fallen, Dewmouth, The Geek Soapbox Until Dawn, the one with Jacob of Wolf Fighting fame. September 2015.
You read my mind. I was about to ask what year that was.
Okay. That one is done.
Yep. 8's the only spot I got for Pepsiman.
7 for me.
Happy with those lists?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 15 spot Princess Draft.
Okay.
Number 1, Peach. Princess Peach.
Classic princess.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a theme to this outside of princesses?
Nope.
Okay.
Runs the full princess spectrum.
Okay. And you said it's 15 spot?
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of Disney princesses. There's going to have to be.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I'll put Princess Peach I'll put her at 3.
I'm going to put her at 5. At 5.
Next, Princess Zelda.
You know, Zelda never really did it for me.
Excuse me.
Do you remember when a 1980s Saturday morning cartoon based its entire premise on a Steve Martin joke it ripped off? I do.
God, what I remember watching a supercut of every one of those.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It's
ridiculous.
There are only like 8 episodes of
I
the
know.
cartoon.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. I remember Nikki and I watched an episode like maybe 10 years ago, and it was insane how often he said, "Excuse me, princess." It was like if you knew someone like this in real life, you would get them help.
Right. 10.
8 for me.
Number 3 is Jasmine. Princess Jasmine from Aladdin.
2. It's a 2 for me.
It's a good princess.
Jasmine's a
Good
good
princess.
princess. You're not wrong. 4 for me.
Next, Princess Diana of Wales.
I was curious if she was going to be on here. Real princess. She's at the bottom. 15.
She's not even alive anymore. Fuck.
Nope. Real. Sorry. Fictional princesses. I'm fine with. Real life ones. No, man. Come on. You need like a president or something. That's fucking crazy.
I put her at number 8 because I liked her a lot. She was very like anti-establishment. She was like always going against the royal family. There was one
Shook
point at
hands
which
with like that AIDS victim and like completely
and all of her
stigmatize
humanitarian
it.
work and work on the AIDS crisis and everything. It was good shit. And I watched a really interesting documentary about her recently. So number 8 for me.
Next, Leia Organa. Or is Organa? Organa?
I think it's
Tomato,
pronounced
tomato.
both ways.
I've
right?
heard it's pronounced both ways.
And also Leah.
Leah Organa. 3.
4 for me. I'd put her I'd put her at 3 if it had been adjusted a little differently. However, not.
Next is Princess Trunks, who is Trunks from Dragon Ball Z, and in Team 4-Star, Vegeta makes fun of him, calling him Princess Trunks.
Okay.
Means nothing to me. 15.
Yeah, I'm not there yet, so 14 for me. I know who he is, but like we haven't been properly introduced.
Next, Wonder Woman, Princess Diana of Themyscira, Themyscira, Amazonian princess.
I really like Wonder Woman.
I figured you did.
2.
It's a 10 for me, Bob.
2. Next, Aurora Monroe, otherwise known as Storm.
She's a goddess.
Mm-hmm. But apparently on Wikipedia, also a princess.
14 for me.
5.
Next, Sailor Moon.
Familiar with Sailor Moon, but I've never watched Sailor Moon. I have a pretty good idea about what goes on in Sailor Moon.
I think it's probably the first anime I ever watched.
I can't give a good opinion on that one though. So I got to put her at 13.
6. 6 for me. Sailor Moon's one of those where it's like, I remember watching it in middle school. That's been a hard one to like go back and try to like watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently her power scaling is super ridiculous, though.
Really?
Yep. Whenever I see on TikTok people trying to like power scale and someone throws in Sailor Moon and some old ranker at the bottom, they're like, nah, dog, you clearly don't know. This bitch has spent 10,000 years fighting nonstop in an alternate dimension, an alternate 4D dimension. No, like Sailor Moon would kick Goku's ass immediately. Next, Princess Nadia, a.k.a. Marl from Chrono Trigger.
I'm glad I saved a number 1 spot, fellas. Number 1.
Marl's a good one. Or Marley. I like to go with Marl.
Do not have a frame of reference, so 12.
Fair. Next, Princess What's Her Name from Earthworm Jim.
7.
11.
Next, Yuffie Kisargi from Final Fantasy VII.
It's a bummer. 9's the highest spot I got, so 9.
That one makes 9 for me as well because that's the lowest spot I have.
Next, Galadriel. Elven Princess from Lord of the Rings.
My list is so fucked up.
It's pretty fucked up here too, brother.
11. It's the highest spot I got open.
I'm leaving my one spot open, and I'm not sure if I'm making the right choice. If I have regrets, it's probably going to be that Galadriel isn't in the number 1 spot, maybe by the time this is over. 6.
Next is Princess Buttercup from The Princess Bride.
There it is. Number 1.
12 for me.
And last, Queen of the Dragons, Daenerys Targaryen.
7. Although she belongs higher up on the list, I would probably swap her with Jasmine at number 4. But my top 7, I'm really happy with.
Yeah, not so much for me. I put Peach too high, too early. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm happy with my number 1. That's all that matters.
I got mine too. Princess Buttercup.
No Consuela, banana hammock?
Shit, yeah, you're right. Damn it, I should have done that. She wasn't on Wikipedia. Someone go edit the list of princesses and make a podcast section. Princess Consuela Banana Hammock.
Princess Consuela Banana Hammock transcends the list. Let's be honest.
All right, you guys want to talk about American Gladiators?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We got a letter to go off of.
Is anyone do we want to talk just about the game, or do we want to talk at all about the show?
I love the show.
Associated with the show.
When I was a kid, I loved it. I used to go to
did
the
too.
park in 3rd grade and like train for American Gladiators.
American Gladiators was a great show. I mean, it was on the air from 1989 to 1996.
Longer run than I would have thought.
7 seasons, 208 total episodes. The gist of it is 4 amateur contenders would go up against gladiators in games where, like, you know, one of them would be where you try to run past the gladiator would be up on a big platform shooting tennis balls
that was
at
my
you.
favorite one.
And you had
assault.
and you had to get to behind cover and fire a gun, like a Nerf gun, to hit a target.
Yeah.
And if you hit the target, you win.
How many gladiators can we name without looking?
No,
I can't.
I could get like Blaze,
Yeah.
Blaze,
Laser, Hollywood,
Oh, I don't remember that one at all.
Gold,
Nitro, Ice,
yes, Zap.
Zap was one.
Zap
Was
is
there a
one.
Lace? Was Lace also
There was a
one?
Lace.
Okay.
God.
That's a weird one.
Yeah.
All the women had to have. I've got a list here actually, somewhere. I think. No, I don't. Never mind.
There's a list in the instruction
Turbo.
manual.
Did we say Turbo?
You found one?
Yeah.
Did we say Turbo?
No, it didn't say Turbo.
Mm-mm.
So you go against these cats and you try to win, and there was all kinds of really
Siren.
cool games.
Siren, Sunny, Gemini, Thunder, Thor, Diamond, Tower, Zap, Lace, Blaze, Malibu, Dallas, Hawk, Titan, Diesel, and Blade.
Nice. One of my favorite, like, what was your favorite contest in American Gladiators? Like your favorite game?
Joust.
Okay, so they would each would stand on a different platform, and they would swing these giant Q-tip looking pugil sticks at one another, and you try to knock the other one off.
Loved it. I love Joust
Yeah.
so much. I watched an episode today just to kind of like remember what the show was about.
Yeah.
And even now, I was like, hell yeah, it's time for Joust. Hell yeah. They're going to beat the fuck out of each other.
Because I feel like that one was always like the contestants still did pretty well.
I know,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
that's I love to see like the episode I watched. It was like at the very start, the contestant just does a full force jab into like the
into the
gladiator's
gladiator.
face, and they were like, "Nope, I'm out."
Yeah. There was the wall where both
Yes.
contestants would have to climb the wall with a gladiator chasing after
Yep.
them, and try to pull them off the wall.
See what like
What
10
was the
10
one-
second head start
what
before the
was-
gladiator
10-second
started?
head start.
What was the one where they would swing on a rope and just
Human cannonball.
human cannonball? I didn't. That one I loved because the Gladiators almost never won that one
know, who
because
could?
because physics. Because physics.
And it's funny because the episode I was watching today, it was hilarious because like the announcers were like trying to like figure out velocity, but they gave up.
Yeah.
They were like, "Wow, he's knocked him off real easy." Well, she's 155 pounds, and who knows how fast she was going.
So the show was hosted by Mike Adamle
Sounds made up.
and Joe Theismann, and then Todd Christensen, Larry Sonka, Lisa Milosky, and Dan Nitro Clark. Theme by Bill Conti. The show is a big hit. It was in syndication. I thought it was exclusively aired on a network, but it was in syndication. So you're going to see it like you would like Price is Right or something, or
like
not
we
Price is
see
Right.
that Takami's Castle from Japan.
Yeah.
Did they see our American Gladiators? Is that the weird thing we sent over there?
I don't know what came first, really. I
Well-
would assume that we copied it, but
Well, this show, there was also a reboot on NBC in 2008 of this show, and Hulk Hogan and Layla Ali hosted. It didn't do well. It had 2 seasons and it got canceled. Even though it was bigger sets, more spectacle.
I don't know how it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how. And Nikki was telling me because I was asking her questions about Powerball, because that's another event in American Gladiators is Powerball.
Yeah.
And I was like, how did they name it Powerball? That's like the national lottery, right? Like,
right.
and it's like, how in the world? Like, was it sponsored by Powerball? Like, how were they not sued? And apparently, it was the lottery was called Powerball after
Gladiator?
American Gladiators started. I don't
Damn.
know how early of an event Powerball was,
Well,
Shit.
but they changed the name. It was something before it was Powerball.
Right.
The lottery was. That one, that one's a pretty bad event, I think. I don't think anyone's
I don't
favorite is
remember it.
Powerball. It's where they take soccer balls and they have to like dunk the soccer balls in like
Oh,
bar stool.
they
like,
have to
height.
like dash
Okay.
around the gladiators
Okay,
to
and
get
they're
them.
trying to tackle you, and
Yeah.
that was in the game. Okay,
Right.
Yeah, and then
And then there's Atlasphere.
Atlasphere. I always liked
Atlasphere fucking
Atlasphere.
rule, dude.
So Atlasphere is when you put them in a big gerbil ball, right?
Yes.
And then they got to roll it into this little platform and stop long enough for
And
the
then the
steam
smoke
to
goes
shoot out,
Yeah.
and then they get to move on to another. But you can't go back to the one you were just on. You have
Right.
to go to a different one.
Right.
That was always a fun event to watch. And then, of course, there was the Eliminator, which is the final game for the winner.
Right. They have to run up the
We have to
conveyor
run
belt.
up the conveyor
do
belt
the hand
and
bike,
hand bikes,
the cargo net,
cargo
climb up
net.
that.
So
Ninja Warrior before Ninja Warrior.
Well, this did directly inspire American Ninja Warrior. This show did. It's listed as a influence on it. This and there was another show.
I feel like the hand bike was even in a Ninja Warrior.
They use it
course.
frequently. I watched American Ninja Warrior for the first 5 or 6 seasons.
I loved the original Japanese one. I watched that all.
Now, see, I never watched the Japanese
man.
one, but I did watch the U.S. one, and that was really good. So it was directly inspired by this franchise. Good news, everyone.
Good news.
Prime has ordered a reboot of American Gladiators. So we're gonna this year. They're supposed to release the new American Gladiators. MGM has ordered an American Gladiators series.
I just don't know.
I don't think it's gonna work.
How you do
It's
it?
not
I
gonna
think
work.
this works in the late '80s.
It really
Yeah.
does.
It like works
Because
really
that
well.
that fit that they had, that big bodybuilder
Yeah.
fit was
Yeah.
huge in the 80s and the early 90s, right? It was like that was sexy, and that was the style everybody shot to achieve, right? I mean, people still do that, but that was the people tuned in to see the hot dudes and the hot women, out there flexing. That was the big thing.
See, now they have to be like so roided up that they look like versions of the Hulk,
Sure.
and they all have roid rage, so it's actually dangerous.
They're actually gladiators.
Yes. They're in the peak madness trying to murder these people.
What if it was like? Wouldn't it be fun if maybe it was Roman themed?
I think so. I agree. I think it should be. I think that would be great.
And you got fucking like Caligula like up in the fucking
there,
like throne.
and then after the game, it gives a thumbs up or a
Gary
thumbs down.
Busey up on a throne.
Yes, yes. This thing writes itself. Okay, so
Buttery sausage.
some international versions, spin-offs, spin-offs and stuff. There was a kids spin-off called Gladiators 2000 G2.
It's funny we were talking about whether we should do American Gladiators or Guts, because Guts is essentially American Gladiators.
And that may
for
have
kids.
been when Gladiators 2000 G2 failed. Maybe Guts picked up and ran with that. There was a British one called Total Wipeout.
Yes.
The U.S. media compared to the Titan. Remember the Titan games that was recent? The Rock hosted it. It was a thing on NBC that didn't do well either. And then, of course, American Ninja Warrior. And basically all these elimination style game shows originated with American Gladiators. So
I put American Gladiators, this is weird, but I put it in the same category that I put battle bots.
Oh no, absolutely.
It's like
it's great. Both of those, but they both scratch kind of the same itch.
they're different,
Yeah.
but for whatever reson, one always reminds me of the other.
Absolutely
Like we were
can
watching
see
American
that.
Gladiators today, and I was like, man, I haven't thought about battle bots in a while.
I used to like Battle Plots on Comedy Central, of all things.
So it was first run syndication. It started in syndication, handled by NBC, or NBC handled the 2008 reboot. It ran for 7 seasons. Super big ratings, big time. When it first released, it was a 90s hit. High injury rates were documented throughout the course of the show.
Checks out.
Later documentaries aired additional claims of pay/credit/substances that should be viewed as participants' accounts unless independently corroborated. I told ChatGPT, don't make shit up. And then it got canceled because it just sort of fizzled out. People just had 7 seasons of it and just wasn't catching anyone's attention anymore, you know.
I know the ratings dropped, and then like a bunch of stuff started coming out with the Gladiators saying that they were getting paid like $500 an episode.
That's ridiculous.
And when they would ask for a raise, they were fired, and then another Gladiator was hired. So allegedly, that was going on. I mean, I believe it. That seems like some Vince McMahon shit.
Go to Muscle Beach, find us another one.
So,
And then they weren't getting any, like the Gladiators weren't getting any money, like royalties or anything on merchandising or anything like that.
Yeah.
So we got season 1, Gladiators, Malibu Lace, Zap, Sunny, Gemini, Nitro, and Joust, Powerball, Assault, The Wall, and Eliminator. Season 2, Malibu and Sunny phased out. Laser Gold, Ice, Blaze, and Thunder entered. Season 3, Diamond, Tower, Turbo, and Storm were added. Season 4, Viper, Siren, Jazz, Tower, and then Tower, Viper, Siren, and Jazz joined. Tower and Lace departed. Season
My
5,
name is Jazz.
Season 5, Hawk, Panther, and Titan debuted. Season 6, Wolf, Rebelette.
Okay.
It's a rebel, but a girl.
Rebelette.
It's a rebelette.
God, what a terrible. And Electra appeared. And then in Electra, that's not a violation either.
Yeah. Jennifer Gardner.
And all it said
Jennifer Gardner debuts.
And then the last season, it doesn't even list the Gladiators because basically they all left.
Did they ever change any of the events?
But Nitro retired from Gladiator and shifted to co-host in season 7.
Dan
Nitro Clark.
Did they ever change any of the events? Do you know?
Not really.
That's a mistake, I feel like.
Yeah.
You need to,
Now,
like, add new
Eliminator
events.
in season 4, the Eliminator was expanded with new obstacles with the zip line and the treadmill. Really, no.
Sounds like executives that just got lucky, didn't know how to manage a show, and just got greedy.
And lazy. I mean,
Yeah.
add more events and put them on rotation. Like, make it be like, oh shit, this time they're doing Atlas
Or if the
Sphere.
new
Fuck
season,
yeah.
drop 2, add 2,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So and the American Ninja Warrior does a much better job of keeping the course fresh every season.
every
It's like
season.
brand new and different. They'll bring some stuff back,
Yep.
but a lot of the stuff in the rounds leading up to the championship are different, which are really creative and fun. And I love in American Ninja Warrior how they fall into the water.
Right.
It's always
Yep.
water
Yeah.
underneath them, which is safer. Number one.
Yep.
And number 2,
Yeah.
it's always fun to see them hit the water because they'll like misstep across a platform and they just face plant down
Yeah.
into the pool. Season 1 of the reboot, we had Wolf, new, not original. Titan Crush, Helga spelled with 2 L's. Helga.
Hell yeah.
Justice, Toa, Venom, and Mayhem. And then season 2, we had Rocket, Panther, Hurricane, and Phoenix.
Panther returned?
Panther returned,
Wow.
apparently. So that's about it. That's about all the notes I have for American Gladiators. It was a fun show. We watched
was.
it all the time.
Yeah, man, I loved it.
It was a lot of fun. I loved that show as well. It was a great idea, well executed. Still kind of fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. No complaints about the show other than, I guess, how allegedly the Gladiators were treated.
Yeah.
I bet that's going to change when we talk about the game.
You bet correct.
I have an email from Brad from
Zine
Arizona,
Lord.
American Gladiators. Hello. I really think people should watch this show today. I really think people would watch this show today if they'd bring it back exactly like it was 30 years ago. The NBC revival was too glitzy, and it needs to feel somewhat low rent to work. I completely agree with you,
I agree with
Brad.
this.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I want it to feel like an amateur wrestling match, like,
Yep.
Fun for the sake of fun.
Yep.
Right? Brad continues, all the U.S. publications reviewed the Genesis version, so we travel across the pond once again to the U.K. for a review from the August 1993 issue of Superplay by Jonathan Davies.
This is going to be good.
That's Davies, not Davis. I read it like Davies. Thank you
did.
very much. So is not the lead singer of Korn. An import copy of American Gladiators would run you... Okay. An import copy of American Gladiators, I thought we had spoilers, would run you 50 to 60 pounds in the UK in 1993, which equals $74 to $88
Hell yeah.
as of August 2nd, 1993, which comes out to $165 to $196 today. Worth it? Let's find out. The article starts, that's right, folks. American Gladiators comes from the same people who brought you Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy.
Yes.
The two lowest scoring games in Superplay so far, apart from Pit Fighter, of course, but I'll try to be objective. And the first problem is that the chances of any game based on Gladiators being any good are pretty slim. It's just not going to happen, is it? Even so, there's still potential for, if not a Superplay favorite, then at least something around 70%. The main thing that's needed is for the events that make up Gladiators tournament to be translated into challenging, playable games. But they're not. They're useless. The graphics are weedy. The controls are mainly hit L and R as fast as you can variety, and they're no fun at all. So that's a good 30% knocked off. But even then, there's still room for this to comfortably outscore Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. But if you want to fight against a human opponent, you can only do it in the tournament mode, and only then if you both get drawn to play together. The one-to-one mode only works against the computer, minus 5%. There are no sound effects at all, just a dreadful tune that plays constantly, no matter what's happening on screen, minus 8%.
Not even a
Right.
in gopher balls, hamster balls.
The only reason American Gladiators was any fun on the telly was because of all the tongue-in-cheek atmosphere, all that contestants ready business, and the individual characters of the wrestlers. There's none of that in this game. None of the feel of the telly program has been reproduced. None of it. Minus 15%. When you lose a game, when you lose a game, nothing happens except you lost, or something similar being written on the screen. Minus 6%. So there we are. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, Gladiators. This is, wait for it, even worse than Wheel of Fortune, and even worse than Jeopardy. Even Jez didn't like it. It must be an inside joke. Graphics 36%, sound 9%, gameplay 29%, game life, which I'm assuming is replayability 17%. Overall score 16%. Verdict. It was inevitable, perhaps, but this is appalling. It doesn't even manage to incorporate any of the TV program's appeal. Thank you, Brad.
Yes. Thank you,
They
Brad.
did not like it.
Calling them wrestlers, that's what I would love to see in the new one. Like, do a partnership with WWE and have their wrestlers be the Gladiators. I feel like that would fucking rule.
Yeah.
That is the summary of that. Tell me about this game, Dave, because I had a hard week and I didn't play it because I'm a bad host. So I need your help.
Am I the only one that played it? Did you play it?
I played it.
Okay. Good.
Y'all bail me out. I'll be guest host for another hour here. I did watch a long play of it and got the gist, but I personally did not participate. So
Okay. Well,
It's a fast play.
it is a fast play. It was published by Game Tech that did publish Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy.
which
Game
we
Tech. Technically, we make games.
Technically, yeah. If you'll remember, listener, we just did Wheel of Fortune, and I think that's kind of what led us here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, because we only have one game show game left on our list.
Yeah.
It was developed by Imagitech Design, which also developed Wheel of Fortune and Wheel of Fortune Deluxe Edition, and another game that we've covered on the show.
Oh, you mean those two very distinctively different Wheel of Fortune games?
Yes.
Yes, got it.
And then on another game we covered on the show called Snow White and Happily Ever After.
Oh, boy.
The game Sumerian Gladiator is it's horrible. It's a pretty horrible video game.
It looked horrible.
When the reviewer, I think the reviewer from the review that you just read could have spent a long time talking about controls. I think honestly the controls are probably the worst culprit in this game.
The fucking wall.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck was going on.
I know. Dude, none of it's intuitive. Like, none of it is intuitive. And it's like, I had to find an instruction manual to, like, figure out how to play each event, which is like, okay, it's a Super Nintendo game, sure, but it's like, you could have just said beforehand, like, press X and then the direction that you want to climb. Oh, okay. It's literally, that's all you got to say. And so I don't know
if it's not like apparent.
No,
right?
it's not, because it's like when I was trying to do the wall, like my guy just stood there because I'm like pressing up. That doesn't work.
I got like this and then stop.
You got like,
and then I'm just like button mashing until I do one over.
Yep.
And then I scale up to the point where like there's some missing and you have to.
Yep. Then you have to do directional.
Then I get grabbed and yanked off.
Yeah. Here's what's weird about that is all of the events seem absolutely fucking impossible.
Yep.
Or at least they did for me the first time I played them. And then what happens is you learn how to do them, which I learned how to do them, and then it's the easiest fucking thing in the world. And then it's weird because it like flips. It goes from being not fun because you can't do anything to being not fun because you learned how to play the game and now you're better than all of the computer opponents. I played this game and like I've as far as I know, I beat it because I won the tournament.
Yeah.
It doesn't say at the end, it says like, you're the best gladiator. And
there's like no eliminator in this, right?
There is an eliminator. Yeah.
And my character took one step, stand there. I'm just sitting there trying to 2 step stance there. What the?
Yeah.
I did 4 runs.
Yeah.
4 back-to-back runs trying to figure out every time.
You gotta, it's like, this is a game where it's like, you gotta get the instruction manual. Like, I don't know what the fuck kids did when they rented this from Blockbuster and had no fucking manual.
And no internet.
And no internet.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? But then it's like, the reason that I don't want to give this game a pass for not having a tutorial is because it's so easy to explain the mechanics for the game that they could do it in like a sentence or two before. Right. But it's also not something that you would figure out on your own. Like it's and there's no practice either. Like if there was like a practice
mode
where you can like figure out the controls, because like you lose the event so quickly that it's like, well, I didn't learn anything. You know what I mean?
Because the human cannonball is just like, what am I?
Yeah, the Mode 7 crowd just
the
gets
Mode
larger.
7, the Mode 7 crowd was
a stage light, and you go back out too fast.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me try. Nope, next event.
I liked the watching the human cannonball thing with the Mode 7 crowd. I thought that was a good effect.
It's funny.
It's funny.
It's funny. And it is good use of the effect. It's funny to me because like the audience is so like badly drawn.
The closer you get, the worse they look. It's like a Van Gogh.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, I mean, they had all the events in it. That's nice.
Yeah.
They had Powerball and Atmosphere and
Powerball or whatever the hamster wheels was playable. I feel like that was the most playable
It is,
one.
yeah, because it's just the D-pad. That's all you're using. And I was like even trying to do like, if I tap X, do I go faster? No, it's just the direction you're going in. And then assault was a nightmare. A nightmare.
I'm
What was
fucking
that
playing
targeting?
with snipers because like I run up to the first thing, I inch over to try and get the fucking crossbow, and just like hit.
Well, that's like,
I tried
I know.
ducking back, and I still get hit.
and it's fucking crazy because it's like, you have to like, it goes from an overhead view where you're like running to the, I don't know what you call it, the assault barricade or whatever, where it's got a weapon. And then it switches to like a behind the contestant view. And I'm so far, I'm like, okay, I'm fine with this. But then like, even knowing that listen to these fucking controls. So you press R, the R button to pick up the weapon. Then you line the fucking, there's like a fucking grid.
Targeting
in the
thing
upper
was so
corner.
fucking hard to understand.
And then you press X to lock in how you're going to target. It's like, okay. And then you press the L button to put the weapon down. And then you press the D-pad to move away from the station. And then it goes back to the overhead view. It's fucking ridiculous, man. How about X just does everything? How about that?
You go up, you do a Hadouken to pick it up. You do a Psycho Crusher to aim.
I would rather that because it's like, even knowing the controls, it's like you had to be in just the right fucking spot to be able to pick the weapon up. Like,
It's like playing King's Quest.
it was horrible. Assault is horrible. And it's like, what was funny about it is I would lose every time and get like 2 points because I got to a station. And the CPU never got a point. Never. I played it like 6 times, 7
Yep.
times. CPU never got a point on it.
Yep.
It was just a gimme. It was like, it was almost as if they were about to ship it and they were like, y'all, you know this fucking assault event is dog shit. Like, we don't have time to fix
I
it.
never lost because I never hit on Cannonball.
Oh, yeah.
Ever.
Oh,
but neither did they.
I got that one.
Yeah.
Once you figure that,
You
that's-
just lock it in the middle on both bars?
No,
or-
you got to lock in on the first bar's power. You got to lock in around like 80, 90% on that. And then middle on the second bar. And then just remember to press X again to tuck your knees in.
Oh, okay.
And then you get it. Once it's one of those where it's like, once you figure it out, it's like, oh, okay, I'll never lose this event ever again.
Because I never saw the computer score on that or on Assault either. It
Yeah.
wasn't until the balls, Powerball,
Powerball
that I fucking started losing badly. Or Joust. Like, I almost won Joust, like my 4th run.
Could you like knock them off in Joust, or could you only just work their energy down to 0?
You can only work their as far as I know, I was only able to work their energy down to 0, and then they kind of like take a knee.
Yeah,
There's no like
that's dumb.
There's no fault them falling.
That is
off
the
at an
best
animation.
part of Joust.
I
And
know.
they
And
left
what,
it out.
it blows my mind that there aren't sound effects, and they should have been easy to make the
It's crazy.
like make a nitrous air blast. Is all they would have had to have done on different moments. That would have been easy.
It's fucking
Like
crazy. It is fucking crazy. And Joust is like, they had an opportunity to be like, the controls in Joust, the controls in this game are fucking, they are ridiculous because it's like, I had no idea how to play it until like, I was like, I don't know, man, fucking X is the Q-tip high and B Q-tip low. I don't know. You have to hold X and then you get, it's like press forward to do a jab and then press back and up to do like a spinning attack. It's like, what? And then if you want to do any defending, you do the same shit. You just don't hold X. And there's no point to that because you can't tell what kind of attack the opponent is going to throw. And even if you did, there's no way to know what would be the best guard against that. So my strategy was always fucking go for the nuts over and over and over and over and over again. And that seemed to work 50% of the time.
it kind of oddly enough, weirdly enough, when you're talking about that, it reminded me of Chrono Trigger. Whenever you're I know to compare this to Chrono Trigger.
Okay.
But whenever you're trying to save Luca's mom from the conveyor belt.
Yeah, okay.
And you have to so you find
I know.
eventually the hint
I
to
know.
put an LARA.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. but you have to hit A to start the event before you put in the LARA, which completely fucks it up completely. So that's
what
it's that moment in Chrono Trigger 5 times.
Yes. Yeah, man, it is. It's pretty horrible. It's a pretty horrible video game. This might, I don't know, man. Usually on a game like this, I'd have a list and be like, is it better than Acrobat, Aero the Acrobat? But I don't have that list prepared. It's pretty horrible.
It's a bottom 25, I think.
Maybe. It's definitely bottom 100 for me. But bottom 25, I could see that. It's no Street Hockey 95.
No, it's not Pit Fighter bad. It's not Street Hockey 95.
Well, even the Super Play review mentioned, okay, it's not worse than Pit Fighter.
Right. But Pit Fighter has a fucking sweet forklift.
Right. There's other stacks and stacks of cash.
Gary raises you an inch. OSHA regulations.
Man, I'm so glad that you played this game, because when Ian said he didn't play it, I was like, fuck, Tyler probably didn't play it either. This is going to be horrible. I'm going to have to convince you guys how bad this game was.
This was
no, really.
It can't be that bad,
No,
Dave.
really, trust me. It's horrible.
Yeah, this for me was one of those, I kept putting it off, and then I realized, oh shit, I'm not ready. So I did what I could, but yeah, I can tell you, based on what I saw and what you said, I probably would have given up right away anyway.
It's
well,
bad.
the goofy ass side view of your character in the Eliminator. So my character just standing still, staring at me like, come on, motherfucker, let's go.
Well, it's funny too.
I'm trying to make you go.
It's funny too, because it's like, once I figured out before I had the instruction manual, I was like, okay, this is probably like track and field. I gotta press two buttons,
Right.
and I'm like just trying to figure out which ones they are. And I finally figured out it's L and R. It's like, fuck yeah, let's go.
See, I was trying to do that too, and I would take one step, because I watched SNES Drunk review this.
Oh,
I played it, and I was like, is there any commentary? SNES Drunk did a video.
Yeah.
Complained about the same stuff. It said rotate L and R or whatever. So that's what I'm trying to do. But it's like, I was like, what the fuck's going on? So,
I don't know.
It's every now and then I would sort of stutter stuff.
It's L and R, so it's like I figured that out, and then you get to obstacles and shit, and it's like, oh, I don't know how to do this, so I'm just running through every fucking hurdle, and then you get to choose what lane you go in. You know how the gladiators are behind the paper, the riot shield. You get to choose what lane, but you wouldn't know it because there's just a fucking they don't show that to you. There's just in the top right corner a tiny number 1, and you press X and it goes 2. So it's just kind of whatever.
Because that's the kind of thing you want to see when time is a factor.
Yeah.
Even Paperboy did it where you could have just I don't know.
Oh, the obstacle course?
Yeah. That's...
Yeah, I get you.
It's not hard to do a basic control.
It's crazy to me that that the Eliminator was a side view. It almost felt like they were trying to do a split screen Sonic the Hedgehog 2 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it is set up split screen. I don't know if I don't know when this came out versus Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sonic 2 came out a month before they were developing this,
Whoa, we got to try that.
Yeah. So, yeah, honestly, I really do think this game could have been okay if the controls were if they would have just thought about the controls. Just think about it. Just think about it and make intuitive decisions. I know it's difficult. It's the 90s. We don't do that yet. But but that would have really helped.
Do you guys have any achievements?
So do you remember in the movie Tommy Boy when Tommy Boy is standing outside, he's on the news and he's got a belt of dynamite made out of road flares, right?
Yeah.
And they're interviewing him on the news and he's talking about how he wants to save his father's company from going under.
Yes.
And during that interview, they cut to the restaurant from earlier where they had the shrimp.
Yeah.
And he asked for wings. And the waitress looks at everybody and says, and he's on, Tommy Boy's on TV, says, y'all want to watch this or Gladiators? And everyone says Gladiators, and she changes the channel. So my achievement is, y'all want to watch this or Gladiators? And if to get that, you don't play the game.
Nice.
You choose to watch this.
It's the only achievement I could have possibly earned. Unless I made up one about watching a long play of Gladiators.
Tommy Boy. Good movie.
Hell yeah.
Tommy
Great
want
movie.
wingy.
Tommy
Instead, eating a pile of wings instead of playing this game.
At least twice a year, I think about not so much here or here.
Right. Tommy and I quote that all the time. I heard, we always say, did I hear a niner in there?
Yeah.
Were you calling from a walkie-talkie?
Dude, anytime I stop and get gas and they've got the big fucking like poles, I think about Tommy Boy.
Bends the door off the car.
What'd you do?
What'd you do?
I've got a few achievements. The first achievement is it's America's game, the one and only Powerball. In order to unlock that, you win a game of Powerball.
There you go.
It's impossible. The computer's too damn good. Next achievement is Contractor No, I will not bow to any sponsor. In order to unlock Contractor No, I will not bow to any sponsor, you buy a pair of Adidas after playing American Gladiators. Because there are a lot of Adidas, Adidas logos in
You
here.
are not wrong.
And they were lots of logos in the show, so I guess it's accurate in that regard, but it was just funny to see that. My next achievement is, and we're going to make the Gladiators pay for it. In order to unlock it, we're going to make the Gladiators pay for it. You just complete the wall event.
That's pretty good.
My next achievement is, this thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open. If it takes us over, then it has no more enemies. Nobody left to kill it. And then it's won. In order to unlock that, you face off against Dave in the tournament. And you're playing as Dave.
Oh.
That happened
Paradox.
to me. I beat Dave.
Fuck Dave. Good job, Dave. Jake.
My next achievement is double elimination. In order to unlock double elimination, you end a game of American Gladiators 36-36.
Oh.
And then you have to do the eliminator over again a second time to determine a winner. This happened to me.
Really?
I don't know if this is what really happens in American Gladiators, that there's a
I don't
tie. They're
know.
like, y'all just do the eliminator a second time. Roll it back. But in the video game, that's what happens.
Okay.
Look that up now.
My next achievement, or my last achievement, is Dothrakian Field. In order to unlock Dothrakian Field, you pour molten gold on your opponent's head after beating them in the eliminator. That's all I got.
All right. Very good.
I've got two. First one being Nitro Laser Blazed. You get Nitro Laser Blazed when you lose all events.
I unlocked that.
Okay.
And then my second achievement is Diamond Gold Tower. You unlock that if you win all the events.
Ka.
Ka is an atmosphere.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
Ian,
Yes, Dave.
how much do you guys think you'd pay for this game? And me, I get to play it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Grim, Usurper Grimm sent me a spoiler marked message on Discord.
I'd say this is probably
You cannot tie in the American
show?
Gladiators. Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, is it just worked out so that it's impossible for them
Yeah.
to tie? Okay.
The Eliminator doesn't allow you to tie.
Gotcha. Oh, right. Yeah, because whoever crosses.
right.
And that's crazy, too, because we were watching this fucking episode of American Gladiators, and the score was like, I don't know, man, 18-20 or something going in. And then by the end of the Eliminator, it was like 18-94.
Damn.
And it's like,
somebody
oh, so
stepped
the
up.
only thing that matters is the Eliminator.
Yeah, it is. We're asking about how much it's worth.
Yeah, how much do you think you'd pay for it?
Bad game,
Mm-hmm.
historic franchise,
Mm-hmm.
probably widely released. Oh my god.
We could play it as a team if you want.
I think I'm thinking in the $18 to $20 range.
I think it's cheaper than that.
I think it's cheap.
I think it's like $6.
That's you plucked the number out of my head. I was gonna say $6.
Six.
Okay,
bucks.
I can go for that.
Let's see. According to pricecharting.com, at the time of this recording, American Gladiators for the SNES loose on average, according to pricecharting.com, at the time of this recording is, that's a tiny image. Pinch and zoom, pinch and zoom. $9.24.
Okay.
How much do you guys think this is new?
$72.
Higher.
114.
Higher. $251.
Damn.
24 cents. What if you get it signed by a
Ooh.
gladiator?
Make it worth
They're
less.
all dead now. They've all
Yeah,
died.
there's
I followed up on some of them.
Did you?
A few of them went into TV and movies and stuff. Just a couple of them had some pretty decent careers, but most didn't do anything in show business.
Yeah.
What do you think Flopsy has to say about American Gladiators?
2 stars.
Oh man, I hope they give it a 1.5. I don't see him giving it a straight 1, but
Yeah. I think they might be a little more generous to it. I think 2 is
2?
probably.
2 in common.
I think that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
According to
Let's do
Flopsy, aka the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library, 1991 through 1998, by Pat Contry, courtesy of Monster Mike and a shadowy mysterious benefactor. American Gladiators. Hey, fellas!
Hey.
2 stars. Availability, common.
Got it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Well done. Thanks for talking me off that 1.5 star ledge. This is not a 2-star game.
No, it's a
This is-
1-star game.
It's a 1-star game. This is like, this wouldn't even be fun to like play with another person.
No, it
because of the
wouldn't.
way it's set up.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
All right, Tyler.
Yes.
If you were to give this game a beard, what kind of beard would you give it?
Going with the wrestling theme, I would give it the turnbuckle beard of Owen Hart, smashing through the skylights to his death.
All right, Tyler.
That's how good it is.
If you were to give this game a pair of glasses, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I would give it the broken sunglasses of one Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, who wore his trademark was the chainmail coif
Yeah, I've seen
and
this,
sunglasses, and he was notoriously roided out of his fucking gourd and would literally attack and beat fans.
Oh my
Damn.
God.
He would roid,
Fun.
rage, and literally jump and beat the fuck out of people on national TV.
God.
So his
Crazy.
broken sunglasses.
Crazy times.
Those are
From
$500
assaulting
sunglasses,
fans.
asshole. Well, what do you want to do for next week?
Guts.
You want to do guts?
Go ahead and cross off. Be done with the game shows.
I'm good with that.
Unless there's something else you want to do.
We can do that or randomize. Either way, I'm good.
I'm fine with.
You want to randomize, then we'll pick between
Okay.
the two.
Sure.
So we still randomize.
All right, let's do that.
Let me grab the batter up peripheral. Wild and Crazy Kid style. Say the prayer we all have to say. Whammies. Stop.
131.
We've done it, haven't we?
We have done that one. Desert Strike. Return to the Gulf.
Ugh. Stop.
641.
Done it?
We have not.
Ooh.
You won't guess it.
Ooh.
It's in the T's. I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
Okay.
The name of the game starts with a cable television channel.
ESPN.
It's in the T's.
TNT's.
You got the first two. Got the first two letters.
TNN.
TNN, yeah.
Tennessee Network or
The
whatever.
Nashville Network.
The Nashville Network.
TNN.
Crook and Chase. The
Bass
game.
Tournament of Champions.
Bass Tournament of Fishing game.
Ooh.
So TNN Bass Tournament of Champions or Nickelodeon Guts. 2 channels go head to head.
Who's the victor here?
We want to flip a coin? I feel like either way.
Yeah, it's going to be. Look, y'all, Nickelodeon Guts fucking sucks. I can tell you that right the fuck now. TNN Bass fishing might be good. I don't know, but I guarantee you Nickelodeon Guts sucks a big fucking fat dick. But it might also be good to do Guts right after American Gladiators because it's like, could it be any worse than American Gladiators?
Is it done by Game Tech as well?
No, I don't think Game Tech did it. At least I didn't see Game Tech listed on Moby Games.
I mean, I'm fine with just swallowing the medicine and getting it out of the way.
Do Nickelodeon Guts.
Okay, let's
And
do
then we
Guts.
could see how we feel next week. Maybe we want to try another movie game combo or something.
Okay.
We'll cleanse the palate.
All right.
We'll see. Or we could play TNN's Bass Fishing Challenge.
I'm not going to lie. I am a little curious about that game.
Me too.
I don't mind fishing games.
No.
Let's do Guts and then that.
Okay.
Go ahead
Do
and
Guts than that.
stack them up.
Yeah, I'm down with that. All right.
The National Network Super Nintendo game. Well, hey guys. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Lots of shit going on. Most importantly, we got them show notes.
Patreon.com/TADPOG is where you can go to donate money to us, your hosts. When you donate money to us, we give you access to our bonus content. One lousy dollar from you gets access to all of our bonus content and anything else we're going to put out there in the future. Assuming we ever get around to doing more bonus content, which we've talked about some stuff.
Talk about it.
we
Makes our
might.
Patreon go down every time we do. So,
But there's a lot out there, just like we were talking about earlier. Everyone is John or Ian tells sex stories for money. Those are there. They're not going away. So if you want to hear it, pay $1. Go listen. If you want to become renamed permanently on your birth certificate as a TADPOG Jake, you can do that for $5.
hell yeah.
You can't even get your driver's license renewed for $5.
Oh.
But you can legally change your name to a Jake version of your TADPOG name for $5, and that's a Jake tier. And I read those names off once every month to honor those fine folks. And then our top donation tier is executive producer. And to become an executive producer, you donate $20 or more per month. And I read your name every week, but I randomize between whether or not I call you by your Jake name, because being an executive producer gets you a Jake name, or just your name. This week, I'm just doing their names. And I'm going to read our list of executive producers right now, starting with Cubicle Monkey, Sandwich Pope Phil H., Gamebug Prime Nathan E., Matt G., a.k.a. Gentle G., Pinball Airplane Archmage Chris Edler. Sorry you couldn't be on this episode. That nice guy from Michigan gets a special shout out from us this week. For being extra generous. So thank you, sir.
Nice Jake from Michigan.
Yes, that nice Jake from Michigan. Louisville correspondent Princess Consuela, Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Taryn D, always above the top, at the top of the list of princesses in our world. D Pope Sandwich, Lord Micah P, Cthusiast Jeff M, Jesse Y, Drink Bud Dry.
Hell yeah.
Thank you all so much for your generous donations, and thanks to everyone who donates to the show. It's really cool if y'all, if it's $1, if it's $20, whatever, it means a lot to us that you would take money out of your hard-earned wages just to give to us for talking into a microphone for 2 hours every week. So thank you.
Oh yes, thank you.
That's business conducted.
So how you guys want to close it out?
As how you think the Gladiator Turbo sounds in real life.
Okay. So until next time.
Tropical
Capricorn.
Hey, that was a good one.
Damn, that was good. Holy shit. You dug deep for that
I
one.
know.
Assault.
TADPOG is hosted and produced by Tyler Holland, Dave Moore, and Ian Chandler, and releases new episodes every Wednesday. You can find them on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and just about anywhere else podcasts are hosted. If you have a question or comment for the hosts, don't hesitate to call us at 270-883-2555 and leave us a voicemail. If we like it, we'll play it on the show and respond. If you'd like to send us something, you can do so at TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. If you'd like to donate to the show, visit patreon.com/tadpog, and with a minimum donation of $1 per month, you will get access to all of our fun bonus content. Join the conversation on our Discord server at bit.ly/tadpogdiscord. Registration is free, and we'd love to have you there. If you enjoy our show and haven't already, don't forget to find and tap that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. No stinger. We don't have a stinger.
Is that the stinger?
It can be if you want.
I forgot to tell you guys something.
Is this? Can I use this for this?
Yeah, you can. If you
Tell
want.
us.
So there are a lot of bug fucking incidents on Labor Day. Not aside from aside from like the paper wasps, which I don't honestly know. Maybe they were yellow jackets. I don't know how to tell the difference between a fucking stingy bug.
Either way, fuck it.
Yeah,
fuck them bugs.
yeah. But there were also cicadas that were out.
Oh my Lord, they were loud this week.
They were loud, and my mom's dog likes to pick them up in her mouth and run around with them in her mouth.
Yeah, Penny used to do that. Penny was, she ate them. She would run around with them in her mouth, making the noise, and then it would suddenly abruptly stop, and you'd hear crunch, crunch, crunch. And we were told by the veterinarian, don't let her do that, because they're bad for her.
Well, my mom was not liking it, but it was funny because she's a pretty small dog. The dog, not my mom, and so it has this giant cicada in its mouth. So it's got, you just see fucking like giant wings sticking out, and then you gotta like drop it. But there was one, so because of that, my mom was like cleaning up dead cicadas. And there was one that was still alive, and it freaked her out. And so she's like, I'm just going to leave it. And I was like, well, if you leave it, the dog's going to eat it. So I'll take care of it. She said, okay. And I go over there, and this was the fucking coolest thing I've ever done in my fucking life. And I did it in front of my son. It's like, man, he's going to remember this shit forever.
In a good way.
In a good way, not the bad way.
Not my dad's way. It's traumatizing me against being so. That's why I'm so afraid of wasps.
I believe it. I picked it up, the cicada, and
ate it.
Yeah,
I put it in my mouth, and I ran around the yard.
I'm gonna show this dog how this shit's done. They're gonna tell me to take it out of my mouth. I'm not gonna fucking do it because I'm a man.
Remember this, son. Remember this for the rest of your life, son.
God, I would do anything and give anything if I could regurgitate a live cicada on the microphone right now.
Okay,
I
so
tried to take it away, boss.
you grab the cicada.
In honor of Ozzy.
I grab the cicada and it starts, live wire. And I walk out to the backyard and I fucking wind up and I fucking throw the cicada as far as I possibly can.
Hell yeah.
And it goes.
Uncle Rico.
And then it just starts flying.
Yeah. Thank you.
And it was great. It starts flying and everyone goes, whoa!
Hell
Go
yeah.
cicada, flag attack.
That's a great moment.
That was fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's like beginner's falconry.
My cicada named David.
What is your weapon? I choose
David.
Cicada.
I choose David the cicada.
Man, talking about cicadas, I was listening to a like an actual play on YouTube, like a tabletop role playing actual play, and it's a published adventure, and like part of the description of where they are is that the cicadas are buzzing, and I don't know what corner of the world this person lived on because he's reading it, and he pronounces it cicada. And I about split open when I heard it because I was never in my life have heard it pronounced that way.
I haven't either.
And this was English, and it
It's
was
like when Sean Miller said Kokobo, and I was like, "You motherfucker, you dumb piece of shit."
But that. I listened to that months ago, and I still think about that regularly. Cicada? Are you out of your mind?
Believe it!